You've probably noticed this, right? Some price changes barely make you blink, while others feel like a huge deal. Well, that feeling, that's actually at the heart of a really powerful idea in economics. Today, we're going to dive into this concept called elasticity and, uncover the hidden forces that shape pretty much everything we buy.
I mean, think about it like this. When the price of gas shoots up, what do? We complain, for sure, but we still fill up the tank. We've got to get to work, right? But what happens if your favorite streaming service raises its price by just a few bucks? All of a sudden, you're looking at other options, you're thinking about canceling. It's the exact same economic principle at work, but the way we react is completely different. So why is that?
Well, the answer is this thing economists call elasticity of demand. And honestly, the best way to get it is to just picture a rubber band. Some products, their demand is super stretchy. A small pull, like a little price increase, and our demand just snaps back. But for other things, the demand is stiff, it's unmoving. You can pull and pull with higher prices, and our buying habits barely budge. This stretchiness is the key to, well, everything.
All right, so let's start with the most common type, the one we all feel every single day. How a product's own price pulls on our desire to buy it.
So, officially, this is known as price elasticity of demand, or just PED. It's basically a way to put a number on how much our demand for something changes when the price tag changes. This is the formula that really separates that gasoline purchase from that Netflix subscription we were talking about.
So here's where it gets really clear. You've got two extremes. On one side, you have inelastic demand. That's the not stretchy stuff. Think about life-saving medicine. If the price goes up, you still have to buy it. Your demand just doesn't stretch. But on the other side, you've got elastic demand. Let's say your favorite pizza spot doubles its prices overnight. You'd probably just go to the place across the street, right? Of course. Your demand is super stretchy because you have other choices.
So what actually makes demand stretchy or not? It really boils down to a few key things. First, substitutes. The other pizza places. That's a huge one. Then, is it a necessity, like gas, or is it a luxury, like a fancy coffee? Time is also a big factor. Over a longer period, you might find an alternative, like buying an electric car to avoid gas prices. And finally, how much of your budget does it eat up? A 50% price jump on a pack of gum feels a lot different than a 50% jump on a new car.
Okay, but price isn't the only game in town. Our own financial situation plays a huge role. So, what happens when our paycheck changes? This brings us to the second big factor.
And this is called income elasticity of demand. See, this one isn't about the price of the product changing, it's about the size of your paycheck changing. It measures how your demand for something stretches or maybe even shrinks when your income goes up or down.
And this is a perfect way to see how it works. Picture this. You land a big promotion at work. Awesome. Your income is up. Suddenly, you might find yourself buying fewer packets of instant noodles. In economics, that makes the noodles an inferior good, something you buy less of as you get richer. But at the same time, you might start buying more of that fancy artisan coffee. That's a normal good, something you buy more of as your income rises. Makes sense, right?
All right, now for the final piece of this puzzle. Products don't exist in a bubble. The price of one thing can create these ripples that affect the sales of something totally different. This whole ripple effect is measured by something called cross-elasticity of demand. It's all about the relationship between two different products. So it asks the question, how does a price change in good B affect how much we want to buy of good A?
This chart just nails it. You can basically think of products as being friends, foes, or complete strangers. So substitutes are foes. They're competing for your money. If the price of coffee goes up, the demand for its rival tea is probably going to increase. Compliments are friends. They go together. If movie tickets get way more expensive, demand for popcorn falls because, well, fewer people are going to the movies. And independent goods? They're strangers. A change in the price of butter is going to have zero effect on your demand for a new car.
So look, this is way more than just some cool economic theory. This is a fundamental tool that gets used every single day by everyone from your local coffee shop all the way up to national governments. Just take a look at this. Imagine a government wants to get people to drink less soda. They use elasticity to figure out what would happen if they add a tax. And in this case, they find that a 20% price increase leads to a massive 30% drop in sales. Whoa, that's a huge reaction. And it tells them that soda has elastic demand, which means a tax is going to be super effective at changing people's behavior. So who's actually using this secret code? Well, pretty much everyone. Businesses use it to decide if raising prices will make them more money or just drive all their customers away. Governments use it to predict how a new tax will play out, just like in that soda example. And of course, economists use it to understand the basic fabric of our entire market economy.
So, if you take away just one thing, let it be this. Elasticity isn't just a number or a formula. It's the language we use to talk about how sensitive we are as consumers. It puts a number on our reactions, our choices, and our priorities in a world where things are always changing. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought, something to chew on. In this world we live in now, with endless choices, online shopping, and price comparison apps right in our pocket, do you think everything is becoming more elastic? Is our demand for almost everything becoming stretchier? Is brand loyalty even a thing anymore when a cheaper substitute is literally just a click away? It's definitely something to think about.